Google's research chief recently said, quote, AI is here to assist, not replace, unquote. Now, this is a critical distinction. AI can handle boilerplate and repetitive tasks, but the spark of creativity, the invention of new systems, and tackling complex problems, that's still all humans. So coding isn't just about writing syntax, it's about problem solving. And AI lacks the contextual understanding humans bring to the table. So rather than replacing coders, AI is making their jobs more focused and impactful. So AI is not going to replace coders, it will just help amplify them. And I think we're seeing that at Google right now. Now, Google's leadership emphasizes that creativity and invention are uniquely human skills. Sure, AI can generate template code, but it can't dream up innovative apps or design user-friendly systems from scratch. Coding teaches you how to think logically while also fostering creative problem solving. If you've ever debugged a program at 2 a.m., you know it's more art than science. I was actually just up last night until 1 a.m. working on one of our products and was hammering through some code and found one line change that took me about 3 hours to find. I guarantee you it was buried into a config on a router. Like I guarantee you, like a physical hard router, I guarantee you this is not something AI would have solved anytime soon. So you know that like this exact example, right? That's why I have circles under my eyes this morning. It's because back up at 5 after being up past 1, right? Like that is what humans can do. Now I get that what AI can do is do it faster and save humans a lot of a lot of that time, but it never would have found this. So learning to code is like learning a new language, and it opens doors to thinking in an entirely new way. So that's where this creativity is key. Now, imagine AI as a super smart assistant. It's great at following instructions, but guess who writes those instructions? You do. Google's research team has been clear. AI like Gemini and ChatGPT, they excel when paired with skilled developers, but without humans to guide them, they're just sophisticated parrots repeating patterns. The message, coders remain the heart of software development. I really like what Linus Torvalds said. He said that AI is just autocorrect on steroids, and I agree with it. AI still needs humans to just be behind the wheel. Now, learning to code isn't just about software, it's about a mindset. It teaches you to break down complex problems into manageable chunks and to think systematically. These skills are invaluable in any career, not just tech. So Google argues that coding is a gateway to understanding how technology shapes the world. And with AI growing in influence, understanding how it works will be a superpower. So coding teaches you to think critically. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, let us help you out here. Here at StartUPHAKK, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company work like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphak.com/Spencer. We can help you out. Now, let's give credit where credit is due. AI excels at boilerplate tasks, repetitive tasks, and language skills, and pattern matching, and data. Like those are things that AI is really good at and super fast at. Need a quick HTML template or a Python script for data analysis? AI's got you covered. But when it comes to creating innovative solutions or optimizing algorithms or deploying things or working on connected systems, this is where AI is really going to fall short because it can't see the context. AI's Manyika, I apologize, I can't pronounce his name, their chief of innovation, pointed out that AI is a tool, not a creator. And I agree with this. AI is a great tool, and we should definitely all be using it as software developers, but it's not going to innovate for us. Coders remain essential for turning raw ideas into functioning systems. So AI is great for just your standard data-driven stuff. Now, one area where AI really shines is testing and debugging. Tools like GitHub Copilot, AI's and Google's Gemini offerings can catch errors faster than a human. And that's where there's a catch. AI doesn't always understand the why behind the errors. Developers still need to interpret and fix issues in context, meaning especially as systems are connected, right? AI is a partner in coding, not the captain of the ship. So AI can be, with the ship analogy, can be all of your hands on the deck, but it's not going to be the one driving the wheel. And that's why we need human developers. So AI can remix the existing ideas, but it will never invent new ones. AI can only be as good as what's been put into it. So for instance, it might generate 10 variations in a login form, but only human design can entirely give you a new authentication system. Google's team highlights this gap, emphasizing that invention requires intuition and experience. This is why coding skills remain irreplaceable in the tech world and why they're stressing that now is the best time to learn to code. Because one of the reasons the best time to learn to code is because if you ever get stuck, you can use AI and there's so many developers and so many systems, and it's so easy to build systems. It's easier to build software right now than it ever has been. So AI has a limit to creativity, but humans don't. And that's why we need to focus on the specialty of what humans do. Now, coding also comes with ethical responsibilities, especially when AI is involved. Google emphasizes the importance of understanding how AI models work to ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability. Developers are the gatekeepers of AI, ethical AI usage. So learning to code equips you to not just build technology, but to build it responsibly. Now, if your team's struggling with outdated practices, StartUPHAKK can help you modernize your process. Visit startuphak.com/Spencer and we can help you out. Now, no matter how advanced AI becomes, it lacks the human touch. Whether it's understanding user needs or adapting to unexpected challenges, humans bring insights that AI can't replicate. Google's leadership is super clear about this. Coders who combine technical skills with creativity will be in high demand. This is why now is the perfect time to learn to code, because AI can't replace human insight. Google is still one of the largest employers of software developers on the planet, right? And they have a massive army of software developers. So even though they're reporting that a quarter of their code was written by AI, I assure you this just means that they're accelerating faster in their development, and they're using that for a lot of the routine work. Now, AI is reshaping the job market a little bit, but coding is still a top skill. Google predicts that demand for developers who can work alongside AI will skyrocket. Coders who understand how to integrate AI into their projects and work with it on a day-to-day will have a significant edge. Don't fear AI, embrace it as a tool, and amplify your capabilities. So the job market is evolving. Now, learning to code gives you the ability to build your own tools, solve your own problems, and be creative in your own opportunities. AI can assist you, but it can't give you the empowerment that coding does. Google argues that coding is a universal skill that opens doors in almost every industry. I'm here to tell you today that after 25 years in the software industry and after helping train dozens of software developers, that I decided to create my own Fullstack .NET Coding Bootcamp. I know there's a lot of stigma and a lot of people don't like coding boot camps, but I want to tell you why this is better than trying to go it alone or using free or even nearly free tutorials. I mean, you can be successful. Yes. Like I'm not going to mitigate this. There are people who've self-taught and learned, but look, I'm going to admit that those are about 1% of the people. I have a computer science degree. It took me 5 years to do it. Actually, almost 6 years while I was working full-time, going to school full-time. I went part-time to school for about 1.5 years and then went full-time for 5 full years. It took me 5 years to get a CS degree because that's under the engineering school. And most of the material that I learned there had nothing to do with software development. So if I was really devoted and I wanted to just learn and I had even a decent mentor, I would give it about a 1% chance off of these free resources. But let me tell you, your chance of success is over 100 times more likely if you go after one of these coding boot camps. So let me dive into some of the reasons why. Very first, I'm going to go into 10 compelling reasons why enrolling in a paid coding bootcamp like StartUPHAKK is a superior choice compared to free or nearly free online tutorials from learning. Very first, the structured comprehensive curriculum. With StartUPHAKK, it starts you right from the beginning, and we truly start with open your system, download these files, and get them installed. Now, I want to give you an actual view into what this course looks like. And I don't want you to just see this as like an infomercial. I really want to you to really understand why I feel like your chances of success are about 100x with a paid coding bootcamp. Now, this starts right off with some of the soft skills that you're going to need to be a successful software developer. Introduction to what a web developer is, installing Visual Studio Code, introduction to HTML. You can see that we really start right from the beginning. We then go to HTML, into CSS, into JavaScript, into jQuery, and Bootstrap, then onto Microsoft SQL Server Management and Studio and the tools that you need. And you can see that even the very first step of any of these is setting up Microsoft SQL Server database and tools, right? So you can see right from the bat, this is already structured in such a way that we're setting you up for success right from the get-go. So you see this structured bootcamp gives you a lot more. The curriculum is crafted by somebody like myself who's been experienced in the industry and trained dozens of software developers before I ever even started training formally in the course. The content is kept up to date with latest industry practices. We're making sure you learn tools that are going to actually get you jobs, right? So this is just some of the first reasons. That's point number one. The next one is you're going to have expert instruction and guidance. Coding bootcamp classes are taught by seasoned professionals. So these are guys who have been software developers for a long time. They bring real world perspective and experience that they can show you. They also know how to explain complex concepts in ways that are beginner friendly. So don't worry that these guys are going to talk over your head. Their job is to make sure you are successful. And that's one of the biggest differences with StartUPHAKK versus a lot of even other coding boot camps. We offer one-on-one tutoring for every single student. So these tutors are going to help you learn battle-tested best practices to become practical problem-solving techniques, right? Now, the other part of this is and this is the third reason, is that it provides accountability and motivation. Boot camps have a fixed schedule and a structured learning environment. It also is still at your pace, but it's structured so that you can know about how long each part's going to take. These tutors also provide a regular check-in every day. They're checking with you so you're never stuck for more than a day. That's huge. I remember when I was learning to code, I might be able to go to like a TA and they really didn't give a crap whether I passed or not. But these guys actually help you to make sure that your assignments and your projects and code is reviewed and helped. And if you get stuck, to be able to get past it. So, there's actual skin in the game. That's the other reason why too, is having that tuition creates a commitment by the individual to do that. But in our case, StartUPHAKK is now a licensed coding bootcamp, which is a licensed vocational school. And for most people, we're able to get government grants to be able to help them to be able to actually get the course for free. So it's a paid course, but you don't pay any out-of-pocket costs. So StartUPHAKK is pretty unique. So definitely hit us up if you're looking at this. But this is just the third reason. Let's dive into fourth, right? You get immediate personalized support. You're never alone. You're going to work and learn at your own pace, but every day you're going to get one-on-one troubleshooting with these tutorials. And so that's the fourth reason, immediate personalized support. And then fifth, it's a super collaborative learning environment, right? Boot camps can facilitate active learning, but most people just end up learning on their own. But this collaboration is with these tutors. So it allows you to collaborate and learn, but also be able to learn on your own and at your own time and at your own pace. The next one, and reason number 6, is that you get a guided project portfolio building. With a course like StartUPHAKK, you're actually starting at small, and by the end, you've built a full application, a full web application that you can actually show in a resume. And it emphasizes shipping functionality, user-facing applications, not just a bunch of toy examples. That's the other reason, is it builds from one to the other to where you're building full projects by the end of the course. Most of these online tutorials, you're hobbling together various different pieces. This works together to build HTML and front-end technologies, then into Microsoft database experience. Then once you have the database, to learn C# on the back end. Then from there, you learn REST APIs. Then from there, you go into choose either between Angular or React.js to build modern front-end applications, and on from there. But by the end, you have a fully built, fully deployed in Azure application that you can show and discuss as you learn. Now, and that goes to point number 6, is you get guided project portfolio building, right? So number 7 is get us focus on developer tool masteries, right? A lot of computer science, my number one complaint with a computer science degree is everything is so theoretical. You don't get the real practical hands-on experience. We're actually teaching in StartUPHAKK how to use the latest tools and workflows of modern software development. So you gain proficiency in tools like Git. We spend a whole section on teaching Git for version control. You learn CI/CD pipelines, which we build using Azure CI/CD pipelines. You also develop comfort navigating command line and leveraging automation. You also will get to be a proficient in IDEs and editors. We use Microsoft Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. So they're great, right? Free tutorials often are glossing over that because they're trying to be broad for everybody. We're going to train you to be really specific because, 1, I hire a lot of people out of my own coding boot camps, but 2, I know people want this exact stack, and I know you can get hired with this exact stack. Number 8, a big reason for a difference is, sure, you could technically learn to code, but what is that going to do for interview prep and career services? Here at StartUPHAKK, we actually equip you with job services and skilled resumes so that your portfolio is ready to go. We can also help you with practice with mock interviews, and your tutor can help you with those, as well as I can as well. I also have many connections with different recruiters that can get you started right on the right foot and looking if you're not hired into one of my companies. And then lastly, we do offer some career services for one-on-one job service strategy and support. We're also working with many government agencies to be able to offer RAPS, which is a registered apprentice. This allows you to begin work in the workplace right after the day you graduate. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love to have a great discussion, so make sure you leave a comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe. Here at StartUPHAKK, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding bootcamps and to build custom software solutions for people. So reach out because we'd love to help. Hit the links down below or check out StartUPHAKK.com, and I've got a little bit more information about it for you.
Want to become a software developer but don't want to spend 4 years in college and rack up massive student loan debts? Think you need technical expertise to get started? Welcome to StartUPHAKK, a better way to start your software career without student loans and years without income. One-on-one tutoring is included so you never get stuck and have guidance through the whole process. No technical experience is necessary. Learn at your own pace and in your own space. StartUPHAKK has worked with local state agencies in your area to make it so that qualifying students can get the program costs covered entirely and students can start earning while they learn.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I completed the Fullstack development course offered by StartUPHAKK. One thing setting StartUPHAKK apart from any other coding bootcamp was the quality of one-on-one tutoring available. All of the projects that we did were challenging and thought-provoking, but left me feeling very accomplished and very prepared for my first job that I was offered just days after completing the program.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I completed the full stack development course offered by StartUPHAKK, and I must say that it was an excellent experience. The tutors is what set this course apart from others. They were knowledgeable, experienced, and always available to help provide me with guidance and support. Do not hesitate to take advantage of this affordable and efficient software development course.
Complete our 3-month coding bootcamp, gain hands-on experience, and land a paid internship. With 2 years of experience on average, our graduates are making over $80,000 per year. The 3-month program includes technologies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. No debt, just a quick path to earning. Check out StartUPHAKK.com to code your future and